Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every Tuesday. I share my own personal planning like this video, which is my quarterly planning update, quarter two, but I also like to call it kind of like my mid-year stack, like what has changed since I've done my 2022 stack video. And then I also share planner reviews. But this video is one of my much more personal ones, very different from my planner reviews, in which I just try to give you all the information, all the specs, and point out all the details to you. This one, I get to share all my own personal journals and planners and how they're each working for me here mid-year at the end of quarter two. As you can see, I have an insane stack here, but I wanted to make sure to touch on everything because I get questions about these things throughout the year. And I also have something brand new to share with you that is a project I started somewhere in quarter one. I think I had just started it about the time I filmed my quarter one video, and I wanted to see if I kept up with it. So actually we'll jump into that first because something new is kind of exciting. I'm not going to explain how I use every planner in this video or extensively explain each book because I don't want this video to get too long. If you want to hear more of the explanations, go to my 2022 stack video, which I will link down here in the description. All my 2022 planning update videos are all in one playlist. And I will link that playlist also down here in the description so you can easily find those things. And any discount codes or affiliate links are all going to be down here in the description too. I did not mention that I have a Patreon account in which I share an extra personal monthly video or a Zoom call every month. I rotate between the two there. We have the best group for Zoom calls there. We have the best discussions. If you are interested in checking out about supporting me over there, the link is down in the description to just go check it out. All right, like I said, we're going to jump right into my new thing, which I have not shared on Instagram or in any videos yet here, any of my updates. I also want to mention that this video, since it is a more personal video, a chatty video, I'm not going to worry about editing throughout. It's going to be a very raw, mostly unedited video. Just want to throw that out there, really different from my reviews. I have this scripture day-by-day calendar. So it's a scripture a day with a nature picture. These scriptures this one was bought from my church bookstore, Deseret Book. I know they don't have it because it's like mid-year. I will link it down in the description though, the bookstore. If they happen to have the calendar still on their page, I will link it. It's the first time I've ever bought this. I've seen it before in my church bookstore online. My church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You might know us by the nickname of Mormons. So these do include scriptures from the Book of Mormon besides the Bible. And so it's probably not something anyone is going to want to pick up unless you are of my religion. But it is beautiful. There's tons of scriptures from the Bible in here. But like I said, they also include scripture from our other books of scripture, the Book of Mormon, and the Doctrine and Covenants. So you're not going to want to pick this one up unless you're of my religion, but I'm sure they have similar scripture calendars on Amazon day by day that you can look for when 2023 comes out. I usually buy a day by day of Mary Engelbright. Lately, I had been in the past years, you've seen me in my past videos cutting out her pictures and sticking them in my Planner Perfect journals and plan books, but I just decided to be different this year. And I decided to go for this scripture one. And I've really enjoyed it because it makes me read a scripture every morning, even though I do scripture study every day. And then I debated whether I wanted to commit to this crazy plan. It's really not like me. I'm really not a crafter. I really don't want to do things like this. So I don't even think like I said, I started this somewhere near right when I recorded Q1 or a little bit after. So I had to go back. I had been keeping these all in order, turned over backwards because I knew I might want to do something with them. And I just wasn't sure if I wanted to commit to this. But I'm using my roller dot double-sided tape from Amazon. I'll link it. It's down below in my Amazon store under Planner Favorites. And I have been sticking each month in here. So it was kind of a bear to go back and stick 3 months when I decided to start it. This is a Stalogy A5 book. I just love doing a different color cover in my Stalogies when I can. Like my prayer journal in my Stalogy from last year. That's not quite full, but I wrote every day for a year. I still have some pages to fill up. That prayer journal is a light blue. I like this one in a yellow. So this is an A5. I used the double roller tape, and I was like, how can I do this so the thickness is distributed? So every other month, I just do up for January, and then for February, I do down. And then up for March, down for April. Up for May, down for June. And then we'll go up for July. Now, the question is, and this will probably not happen next year, is what do I want to do on the tops of these pages? That's a question. I'll take any and all suggestions down below. Some of my thoughts have just been, I don't have to do one a day because that's kind of a lot of pressure for me with all the other daily stuff that I'm doing. But I can just go through it. Maybe I can do one a week and it will take me several years to do, but maybe every Sunday, like I can make that a practice where I go in and I read the scripture and then I kind of write my thoughts on that scripture or how that scripture touched me or action I want to take because of that scripture, you know, like what it's prompted me to do or what it taught me. So maybe reflection on the scripture, but like I said, not daily because I really want it to be intentional. I don't want it to feel forced or rushed. And I feel like if I make myself do this once a day right now, while I'm still like next year, I will still have a 5-year journal to do. And I'll probably still be doing a gratitude journal next year. Anyway, I just feel like I know I'll feel, even if I put it with my scripture study every day, I wouldn't do as well if I take it once a week and do it on a Sunday. So I might do that because I think that would be like a really cool keepsake to have of just my feelings and thoughts on that scripture. And doing one every Sunday, I wouldn't even have to go in order. I'm a rebel. I love to be a non-rule follower. I could just flip through and go to any scripture I wanted and do it there. That was kind of my initial thought. Then I also just thought it didn't have to do with the scripture, but maybe just every Sunday I could go in there and write a short testimony because, you know, every week there are different things that touch me, different things I'm struggling with, different things that I want to pray for. And so like every week my testimony would be different, writing it in here every Sunday. And I thought that could be a great keepsake too. And just to go with scripture, those are really my two main thoughts with not having to do it daily, with something that would be just every Sunday. And it would take a couple years to fill in the whole book, but become a really cool keepsake. If I wanted to do something daily, I thought that I could go in and write like how I see the Lord's hand in my life that day. So like a blessing that I saw, just a tender mercy that I got. It can be a small thing, like just my walk and seeing the leaves and hearing them rustle brought me so much joy. Nature brings me so much joy. But I definitely don't want something where I write daily. So that's not really a consideration. Now, I've only glued in June because I generally save them all turned over till the end of the month. And then I just go in, it's not glue. I use the roller dot Scotch tape. Like I said, link to my Amazon store under planner favorites. I'll try to do an extra link down below for you too, but I do that at the end of the month. So this is only through June, even though we're well into July now. And so I wonder how fat this book is going to be by the end, but I know Stalogy can get really fat and it's fine. That is my new project. I did talk extra long about it because it's not in any of my other videos on here. We will go to just my favorite monthly, my Ashley Shelly. You guys know that I did this, well, you might not know, collab planner with Ashley Shelly this last year for the first time. And she wanted to do it with me again because you guys overwhelmed her with orders and sold me out. So I was so excited. Thank you guys for all of you who picked up one of these and sharing with me all the ways that you're using them. I absolutely love hearing it and seeing them when you tag me on Instagram. I love it. So I've heard so many ways people use these. They use them for just their meal planner. They use them for wellness tracking. They use them for a budget, just a monthly outlook. I cannot share with you what the cover is for 2023 yet. When Ashley and I do a collab on this, what she lets me do is tell her what I want the cover to look like, give her inspiration pictures, and then she designs it. She's a graphic designer. And so this one was some sunset pictures from Destin. That was my inspiration for this because we had just gone to Destin in May as we were designing this. And this looks so beautiful, just like the grades of color in the Destin sunset. So I was really happy with how this came out. but I cannot wait to show you the 2023 color. I've only seen digital renderings. I'm probably just going to jump up and down when I receive it because it looks amazing. And I love this cover still, but I am even more excited for the 2023 cover. Ashley also lets me choose all the colors for the monthlies. You guys know how I love to do a color a month, and all your lines and everything on your monthly line up with those colors. So you can see that, you know, October is orange and everything on the page is orange. And I just love that. These are Planner Perfect stickers I've added in. So this is my monthly guide. Everything, every appointment goes on here. Every big thing goes in here. And all appointments also go in my iCal, I have to say. But this sits up on my desk on an acrylic easel. It's an old ERIN CONDREN acrylic easel that unfortunately she does not sell these anymore. It was one of her best products though, so I wish she did. I know you can find these like on Amazon or office stores. I'm sure Amazon is the best place to get it. Mine sits up on here on my desk and is like my guiding light. I have a video about why I need to see all three of my views when planning at my desk. Like I like to see my monthly, I like to see my weekly view, and then I like to have a daily list. Like, you know, I've used a notebook so much, or a daily planner, whatever I'm using for my daily list. I'll link that 3 views video down in the description if you have not seen it. So my Ashley Shelly still going strong after, I think this is my 4th year to use it. I started using it really soon after I started my channel. And then I think this next year will be my 5th year to use it. And I cannot tell you the excitement of getting to choose the colors every month, getting to have a hand in the planner that I used for several years before we did this collab. So there is 1 page in between every month if you need to take notes or track wellness or make a monthly list or monthly goals. I think it's just perfect because your book is not bulked up. It is a very thin book, so it can also fit in your purse. A really good cover that can hold up to being in and out of a bag, and nicely coated too. And in the beginning, you just have holidays, yearly overview, and trust me, you guys, when I get the sample for next year, 2023, it will launch. It's usually the very first week in September, and she usually launches on a Friday. She has not confirmed the date with me yet, but that's what it has been in the past. And when I get my books in, I will share in a post here on YouTube and then link you to Instagram where I will be doing flip throughs and shares there. I know I will do a full review video for her here, but she usually does that on launch day, puts out that video. So in order to see this and all her products, my collab, and I did change some of the colors for next year, you guys, because I learned things seeing the color on the page. So I did change up some of the colors. I'm beyond excited to share my 2023 collab with Ashley Shelly. And last year she only made them in this 5x7 size, but because she had so many orders and requests for them, she's also going to make them in her other notebook planner size, which is a 6x9. So if you need it a little bit bigger, she's going to make my collab in both sizes. But you guys, she's a small company and she sold out really fast last year. We did take a poll on who all thought they would be ordering for a number of orders this year, but she orders on the conservative side because she's a small company and she doesn't want to be left with my inventory of my collab planners. So if you want one, make sure to follow along. I bet her launch will be September 2nd. Like I said, I don't have that date. That will probably be the day her video goes up too, because it always goes up on launch day, but I'll be sharing much more about that ahead of time on Instagram, and I will do a community post here. I said I wasn't going to talk a lot, but you guys, when the collab planner comes into play, I get so excited for it. I can't tell you the excitement of getting to have a hand in the design of something that you love and use. It's honestly probably the most exciting thing I've ever gotten to do with my channel since I've started it. So thank you, Ashley. She's a gem to work with too, like a wonderful person and so easy to work with. This little crocheted clip is from an Etsy shop. I will link it down. I have several of these rainbows in different colors from her Etsy shop. I love them. I also have 2 hearts. So I think I have 3 rainbows in 3 different colors and 2 hearts. It comes with a huge paper clip, really thick, but this book, like I said, the cover is substantial. It holds it on there, and when it's up on my easel, I just get to see a rainbow all the time. That is my Guiding Light Monthly. It is one of my very favorite planning products. Basically, instead of having a monthly wall calendar, which I did years ago, I always found it cumbersome to take down off the wall, to constantly flip through and change events and add things, because I can't write on it well being on the wall. And also you need a huge wall space. And then a wall space wasn't near enough to my desk so that I could see it. And when I saw this and started my channel, I started using it and was like, this is perfect. This is the answer to all my problems with a wall calendar. And I haven't even switched to the 6x9. I might next year, since she's doing it in my collab colors too. I might give it a try to see if I want a little bit more space and how it fits on my easel. So I might be giving it a try. But this one just fits perfectly. And even though it gets what some people might call a little bit jumbled, I am able to fit everything on it that I need. It's amazing 80-pound, really thick, nice paper. And they are so affordable. I cannot remember the prices, but somewhere around $15, $16. So that is my very favorite Ashley Shelly Going Strong. My ERIN CONDREN is going strong. Still using my ERIN CONDREN. I just picked up, this is the one I chose to use this year. A Harmony and Colorful is what I chose to use this year. I have not even finished my monthly stickers or writing these on. I use these for all our well visits, dentist appointments, eye appointments, also things that come like our HOA when that is due. So bills that come only maybe once or twice a year or every quarter. I put those on here, and then our well visits and stuff. So to keep track of that. That's what I've always done with ERIN CONDREN, and it works so well to me so I can flip to this one page and see when is the last time we went to the dentist? When should our next appointment be? Also, my son gets allergy shots and sees the allergy doctor twice a year. For those, we have to make sure to schedule them. We have all our, eye visits, everything. If you want to know more about how I plan in this, then you can check out my 3 views video. I really talk about my planning style in there. Also my 2022 stack video. But basically I put appointments and main big things for the day in the top box, and everything else can just filter down. A lot of times channel work is in the second box. I sticker up my whole ERIN CONDREN planner at once, and I have done this one. There are just less stickers this year. I sticker it all up for the whole year at one time. Let me grab the sticker book with the ERIN CONDREN monthly collection sticker book. She comes out with a new one of these every fall. So this is actually last year's, but since I use the academic planner, that is what I'm using in this one. You get a page for every single month. It coordinates with ERIN CONDREN colors. There is foiling on every single month. It coordinates with holidays and seasons in the Northern Hemisphere. And this is all I have used in here this year, other than a few Planner Perfect stickers. So I received the Planner Perfect sub box, and I will leave my discount code for that down in the description. I have a 20% off one-time use code for Planner Perfect. So I have thrown in a few Planner Perfect stickers, but very few. Mainly it is just stickers from that ERIN CONDREN sticker book. And like I said, the new one won't come out till the fall. So if you want it right now, you will have to buy that edition, which was, I already popped it back over here, edition 7. I have my ERIN CONDREN affiliate link. I will pop it down there. And then I also have a $10 off your first ERIN CONDREN purchase. That's how I got started with ERIN CONDREN. I used somebody's random $10 off link. There's no minimum on your purchase. You can use it on sale items. My very first purchase was an ERIN CONDREN notebook just to test out the paper. Yes, and I used a $10 off coupon on it. If you go to that link, you put in your email, they send you a $10 off coupon really quickly, as long as you haven't signed up with them through that email before. So I have stickered this whole planner. I did not do a flip through video here on YouTube this year of it. There are fewer stickers than last year. I have not done a flip through just because I don't have a video slot, but I do have a flip through of last year's and talking all about that. And I will put my sticker flip through. It's actually the one I just finished from 21 to 22. I generally put a few more stickers on like holiday weeks. Let's see what Halloween looks like. Oh, it's going to go into November. But not, there's our Halloween. It ends on November week. So I probably put a few more on this last week. But I just decided to leave it more blank this year because sometimes I was running into the space of my stickers, but I like to have a little decoration every week. It's like a treat for me. I don't remember how I decorated it. And when I get there, it's like, oh, it's like something nice I did for myself ahead of time. I'll just show you through December and then we'll be done. But this is my weekly view. There's some Planner Perfect ones. And I really like this up on my desk. It's been up for a long time now too on an acrylic easel. And I just have it on whichever side of the week we're on and flip it. And all my big main things, appointments or events are on here. And then main things I need to get done when I know the day. And it's my weekly guide. I have not been utilizing the dashboard pages a whole lot in mine or the monthly views a whole lot. I do have an IGTV reel and IG reel, on Instagram, a flip through of my finished one from this last year. I'm still in ERIN CONDREN for my weekly view. I am still in Golden COIL for my weekly list. So this might seem redundant, and I didn't know if I was going to keep this up this whole year, but this one's way decorated up because it's the 4th of July week. But this is the week that we're on right now when I'm filming this. I don't decorate. Let's do a kind of a flip back here. I don't decorate most weeks very much. I've been putting Planner Perfect washi tape, and that's been enough for me. I kind of chose a color for the month of June to write in here. Sometimes I use this dot grid page for extra planning or notes I need for the week, and sometimes I don't. Oh, that's one of my very favorite Planner Perfect washis, the seashells. Her artwork on the washi is just stunning. And so every single week has been used. This one was very sparsely used, but obviously I used that side a whole lot. I don't really use the monthly views in here. I don't need them because I use the Ashley Shelly for my monthly. If I write anything on the monthly in here, it's only for memory keeping or remembering when something happened. Same with my ERIN CONDREN monthly. So you can see how this has been used since the beginning of the year. And so I love it for my weekly list. It's nice to see. I like this layout from Golden COIL. It's nice to see my main events for the week. And it's basically like what must happen on that day, either appointments or filming, and then my weekly list. And then at the end of the week, I can look at my list and check off. A lot of times I'm not even checking off as I do the things. So I inventory it at the end of the week and then look at my next week. And this is a really nice layout for me to plan and map out my to-do list for the week. Also because I tend to put like more personal on this side and more work on this side. And then near the bottom, it becomes personal again. But I kind of have the way where I place things on the list. I can find them quickly. I didn't know how much I was going to love this, but I do love it. I could just use a notebook sitting next to me for my weekly list for sure. I do love seeing the dates there. I love Golden COIL. Their paper is just like ERIN CONDREN, exactly, except it's a little creamier. I have an entire Golden COIL playlist. So if you want to know anything about Golden COIL and all the layouts that I've tried and used from them, you can go check out that playlist. It'll be linked down here in the description. There's the paper color difference. So I don't really want to get into it because this video is already getting too long. But I also use this Golden COIL for my goals this year, and I have a whole video about that. I will link that. Also my word of the year, gratitude, and I just wrote a whole bunch about that for motivation at the beginning of the year. But my main goal pages are these, and this little list system for my main goals of the month has been working really well for me. So here we are in July, and it's easy for me to see what I've done and what I need to move. And my main goal planning was just back here on a blank page. Next year, I might put the blank pages up with the other pages, but this was my main goal planning. And like I said, I walk you through this whole planner and talk all about it in my Golden COIL playlist in a video. In that same video, I also walk you through my content planner. So I can't really show you things in this planner. This page was okay, but I can't show you all the pages I added in this planner to use for my content planning because there's information I can't share now, but I walk you through this whole planner when it's blank in the same video with a walkthrough of this one, but then there's a different video going through all the goals of that one. I do not have a Golden COIL discount code or affiliate link, but they have given me a discount code 10% off every year when I get my new planner for the next year in the fall, and I do a video for them in the fall. they've given me a discount code for a short time then. So definitely watch for that video. That's when I get my discount code. They only do 2 sales a year, Mother's Day and Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's it. And they do 15% off then if you are looking at Golden Coil and trying to know when you want to purchase. There you go. But this is the layout I use for content planning. It's worked really well for me, and I talk a lot more about it in that video, but I am still using it. I wish I could flip through all my messy pages. Just imagine every page is pretty much as well used as the very last one that I shared. I don't want to flip somewhere and show information I shouldn't, but this one is so well used, and I love this cover. My tabs on here are Passion Planner, and on here, Passion Planner tabs. More about that in those videos. Along with goal planning, since it goes with the goal planner, I am still using my monthly trackers. Let me see here. I like to track things by the year. I started this either 1 or 2 years ago. These are free monthly trackers from Elise Joy, who is the owner and creator of Get to Workbook Planner, which I have reviews of here on YouTube. She has a great planner, but I love these. If you sign up for the Elise Joy newsletter, which I will link you to down below, she will send you these, even from this year. These are dated for this year. She also sends you a blank one in the PDF, I believe. And then if you're signed up for her newsletter, you will automatically get them for 2023 before that year starts. So I always like to do one of Move My Body, and I have a key to what I did so I can easily look and see. And then this one, this year was a new one. This is yoga, whether I did a video, which is dark purple, or the light pink, which is just doing yoga on my own. So that is yoga, just to see. I have no set goals on these. Like I don't say, I mean, I do like to move my body at least 6 days a week. But on yoga, I had no set goal. I would like to do yoga almost every day on my own, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's generally not longer than 10 to 12 minutes ever when I do it on my own, but it makes such a huge difference. I'll have to time myself because I've never timed myself, and I often wonder, like, how long am I doing this when I do my own flow? This one, I choose a different color every month as a real visual how I'm doing that month on my scripture study every day. And I don't color this in just for reading 1 to 3 verses, and I'm not trying to say anything here. Like, everybody's goals are different, but what I'm saying is I only color this in when I do my real true study, which at minimum is like 15 minutes, generally 20 minutes of like really deep reading and study, because I'm reading the Old Testament this year with my church. And in order to get through it all, I have to put in at least that amount of time a day if I want to get through it all this year. This is just thinking ahead, choosing a color for those months, because I'm kind of like a planner like that. How these help me, they don't make me feel bad at all. These are things that are important to me, and I just want to see how I'm doing on them. Because if we don't track anything, then we can't know how we're doing. Like, I would think in my mind, oh yeah, I'm doing great at yoga. You know, I'm sure I've done it like 5 days this week, and I would have no idea. Or I could think, yeah, I'm doing terrible at yoga, when really I did it 4 days that week and I shouldn't feel it like that. I would really have no idea what I'm doing. My mind is not that sharp anymore if I don't have this to look at. And I keep these folded up in my scripture study basket with my scriptures, which generally I do that every morning. But when it doesn't happen in the morning, I grab the basket and do it later in the afternoon. But it's generally a morning habit. And that way I go and mark the day before. I would never find these and mark them if it wasn't a habit along with my scripture study. That is what I am doing on my habits. Now, my daily planning has just changed recently. You guys know, it's a big joke. I have every amazing daily planner in my office from reviewing it. I have used Simplified Daily Planner for many years in the past, but about the past probably almost 2 years, maybe just 1.5 years. I don't really remember. I've used notebooks off and on for daily planning a lot in my life, but in the past just, 2 years, I've really just used notebooks. Sure, I'll jump into a daily planner every now and then, but just a blank page notebook has been working the best for me. And this is my most recent one. I've been using the Becky Higgins Simple Notebooks. I will link them. I have no affiliate link and no discount code, but I really just like, the paper doesn't have to be amazing to me. I like the light lines. I like the size. It's so small. It sits right next to my computer. It's so easy to scribble and write on. And then if my page gets messy for the day, I can use 2 pages for the day. I just start over. So it was kind of a joke on Instagram. I asked, how long do you think I'm going to stay in this? Because I was like, I'm going to give the ERIN CONDREN Daily Duo a try. I've tried it before, but I bought a new 7x9 in Harmony, and I decided that I was going to give it another try to see if thinking about my to-dos in the range of my hours would help me restrict myself on making too long of a list, because I've done that before off and on in the past. And it usually really helps me when I think of my to-dos in the range of hours and place them there. So I've only been using this since July 1st. This is today, July 8th. So I've only been using it 8 days, you guys. I have no idea if it will continue. I do already miss the small size, and I do miss just being able to just go to the next blank page and like redo everything. But the one thing I do like is I do love the huge hourly setup in here. Thinking about my to-dos in the range of where are they going to fit in the hours of my day really makes me be realistic. I've said this before. I don't always want to do it because for some reason it's a lot of work to think, oh yeah, that could go in here and it's going to take around this time. I don't stick to this time schedule perfectly. It's not about time scheduling things. It's really about seeing how long I think each one of these things are going to take, and then realizing, oh yeah, I can't fit all that in my day. I'm being way too ambitious. For some reason, we like to think that things will take a lot shorter time than they do. We will see if I stay in this for my daily planner or if I go right back into my notebook soon. I will keep you guys updated on Instagram there. Real quickly, we're going to go through my journals. I am still in my daily thanks journal, linked on Amazon. My word for the year was gratitude. So I took the plunge and bought this. It's from podcasters I listen to, Richard and Linda Eyre. I think it's called Eyres on the Road. They're all about value-based parenting and Christian values. And I really like listening to them, but they had this where every month they give you a different gratitude challenge. And they are hard. Some of them are hard. So they talk about like what the challenge is for that month. Each month has like an introduction, and then he's a poet and he writes you this really beautiful prose about it, and then the challenge for that month. And every month has really beautiful monthly pictures and quotes that go with it too, which is motivating. But some of the gratitude challenges have been really hard. This is undated. I mean, as in it's dated, but it's not with the day of the week. So you can start it any month you want and just go for a year. But the book actually starts in November, the month of thanks. And that is when I started it. So this one will finish up in November. And I'm on one of the really hard months right now in July, the challenge they gave us. So I won't even lie. This has been, some months I feel so good about it. Like I'm glad I'm doing this. And some months I'm like, why am I doing this? No, it's all good. Like it stretches me, but I'm not sure I want to be stretched that much. It's painful, you know? I've been using the new Emily Lay linen journals just for my journaling because I got these and they were so beautiful. I just decided I wanted to jump right into it. So I don't journal daily in this. I just do on an as-need basis whenever I feel like going to write in here. But this is my journal right now. My 2 5-year journals are still going strong. I am in my last year of my Leuchtturm, and I'm in my 3rd year of my Unbound. I have a comparison video on these two. I will link it down below. The Leuchtturm is really like my family's just day-to-day doings and what's going on. And the Unbound is more like 1 or 2 ways I saw the hand of the Lord in my life that day, like gratitude for blessings or good things, because I feel like they're all from the Lord. And that's why I named it like, how do I see the hand of the Lord in my life that day? They are different because this is not day-to-day happenings. And it might seem like this is a gratitude, but it is also very connected to things that I feel like I know the Lord knew I needed this, and it was a real blessing today. So that's what I'm recording in there, and it's really nice to think about that every night and to then write it down because we so easily forget. And I rotate every other year in both of these in blue black ink. So it's just easy to see. And I cannot believe I'm going to finish my 5 years in this Leuchtturm. at the end of this year. I really don't need another gratitude journal with all that gratitude, but I started this Katie Daisy way before I started this because this is a 17 month. So this is hers that started in 2021, August. Yes. And I didn't use every page. There are a couple months that I probably skipped in there because I thought I was going to stop it because I was doing other gratitude. But then I picked it back up. And since I picked it back up, I just decided it's so easy to write a gratitude in here every day that I am just going to finish it through the end of this one, which is through the end of 2022. At least right now I say I'm going to finish it. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. But I don't think I've done this for like the last 3 or 4 years. I've used these for gratitude. Sometimes I've written a scripture in here, but more than anything, it's been used for gratitude. They actually sent me a new one this year, her new one. I don't have it next to me to reach. I did a reel to flip through that and show you the different designs for each month on Instagram. I will try to remember to link that down in the description. You can view things I link on Instagram. Even if you don't have an Instagram account and you're not on Instagram, you can view them. At least that's what I've been told, unless something's changed. So I flipped through her new one. They actually sent it to me this year. I have bought all my previous years of these off Amazon. They are so affordable. They are linked in my planner favorites in my Amazon store. And I love her artwork. One thing I don't love is how it's not always seasonal. Sometimes it is. This one seems more seasonal actually than her new one. Also, they're 17 months, so they overlap. Her new one starts in August, but then you have the rest of this year, August through December. So you just leave this one blank and start the new one, basically is what usually happens to me. But I'm going to finish this one. I have cut out her artwork before and used it in my Planner Perfect and stuck it in there with the sticky dot tape. So that's an idea. The amount that you spend on this planner is well worth the artwork if you want to cut it out and use it other places. There was where I wrote scripture a day. If you just want to write a scripture a day, a gratitude a day, this really is perfect for that. And it's like under $15 on Amazon. I always get asked what I use for homeschool. Every year it's a little bit different based on whatever we need. My son is going into 8th grade this next year. I've been homeschooling him since 1st grade. My oldest son, who is now serving a mission for our church, who is 18, he only homeschooled his sophomore, junior, senior year, but he did them in 2 years. So he went to public school up until then and then decided he wanted to join us at home. So that is how I've homeschooled my younger son, who I've homeschooled all the way since 1st grade. We've always kept an ERIN CONDREN homeschool notebook. This is not it. This is something else. But I've just written every year, like what curriculum we used, what books we read that year, maybe things were hard that year, what I want to change next year. So that's all in one ERIN CONDREN notebook. And that is so helpful because that's like all our baseline homeschool information in one notebook, not in a million planners I have to keep. So I love having that one notebook. On years I have used planners. For 2 years, I used the ERIN CONDREN teacher planner, probably not consistently the whole year. 1 year pretty much, yes. But both the years I used those, I love that ERIN CONDREN teacher planner. I really do. But I just don't need all the space in it. I don't need a book that big. But I love the teacher planner because I'm a former public school teacher myself. I taught before I stayed home with my boys. So the teacher in me just loves that planner. But being as I only homeschool one child, and his curriculum does most of the work for us, even some curriculum is online, and keeps track of grading and lessons and everything, I really don't need as big as the teacher planner anymore. This last year, I've just been using the ERIN CONDREN softbound horizontal. This was enough room to keep track of kind of just like scribble down what lessons he did every day. And I kind of made a habit tracker down here every week for just to see what lessons he was doing every day, if he was doing his chore every day. So I could easily see the whole week in a habit tracker. And the monthly was great for just anything I wanted to view the month at a glance. And this doesn't take up a lot of room. It's so small. It was just perfect. ERIN CONDREN only makes these for calendar year. She won't come out with her new ones of these till the fall. And then they will be calendar year 2023. So if I need a calendar starting out this next school year, I probably will just start back in here since it worked so well for me. And I will reevaluate how it's working in January if I want to switch to something else. I obviously have a lot of planners to choose from. Some years I didn't use any calendar or plan book. I just made a Google Doc for my son of all the things he should do every day, so he could easily check off and put that on a clipboard every single week, and just had my homeschool notebook. That is what I've used. Nothing super extensive, but I get questions on that. Last but not least, I've never shared this. So there's 2 new things in this video, you guys. This is what I've been using to keep track of my calls with Pierce. I thought I was going to use a Planner Perfect book, and then I thought I was going to use a Becky Higgins notebook. So when he first left, I experimented with both of those things, like using them for our phone calls. But I decided I wanted a bigger page because I'm someone who just likes to scribble things. In here, these are all my scribblings from Pierce's phone calls every single week. Basically, as it leads up to his week of his phone call, I put the date, and then I put anything that I am thinking of that I need to talk to him about. Anything that I want to talk to him about that I don't want to forget, because things come up during the week and I can't talk to him. We only get to talk once a week on Mondays. And it is so hard to have all these things come to mind. And they are logistic things, like, did you get this order? Did you get that order? Because I have to do all his orders for him also online, like Amazon things and protein powder, and he needs more socks, and his shoelaces broke, all those type of things. I have to do all those orders because they are not allowed to be online and ordering as missionaries. But besides the logistics, I also just want to remember to think, I wanted to ask him about this or ask him about that. He journals every week online in a Google Doc and keeps it there. He is so good at journaling. So I can also read over his journaling and come up with questions from that. So this became like my Pierce phone call notebook, and he is 9 months into his mission, and I've used that much of it. So I'm thinking that it's all going to fit in this one ERIN CONDREN notebook, and that will be pretty cool. I don't know that it's anything I'm going to really want to look back on. I thought that I would make a summary kind of every single one of our calls, like kind of journal about it. You guys, I haven't. This is just our communication notebook. It has helped me. I do keep a little list on a Google Keep on my phone for when I'm not near this notebook. So if I'm out and I think of something that I want to put on my Pierce list, I have a little Google Keep list. I have talked about Google Keep in my digital planning video. I will try to remember to link that down below too. So I love Google Keep for that. Then I can come home and put it in here for when we talk. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with me on this very long quarterly planning update video. Let me know any questions you have down in the comments, anything that I can answer or want to include in my next quarterly planning update video. And I would also love to hear what is like your favorite planner that you're in right now and your favorite journal that you're in right now. I would love to hear that. And you know what? Something I did not bring here. Let me go get it. My Planner Perfect. The last couple months, I have not had a chance to fit in my Planner Perfect videos here on YouTube because I really have to keep it to my one video a week. But I've been sad that I haven't been able to share my Planner Perfect setup videos. I do have a slot for August booked, and I hope that nothing else more important bumps that, but I do have a slot to share my August Planner Perfect setup. I'm excited to share that because guess what, guys? For August, I switched my book size. I have a wide book size here, and I wanted to try her new book size, an A5, which is, of course, bigger than a wide by just a little bit. And it's not taller, it's just a little bit bigger than the wide. So I did switch my box to an A5 size, and I am excited to try that out and share it with you guys and let you guys know what I think. I have not been using my leather. Unfortunately, I haven't, because what I've been using these books for, I have shared on Instagram for probably the last 3 months. And I actually even did some artwork in here, you guys, with watercolors. But I have been using my books for an idea I got from Laura Tries. I think I shared that in my last quarterly planning update, or I shared it maybe only on Instagram. Her idea I got from her morning video was 3 things you're grateful for in complete sentences, very specific in the last 24 hours, so that you're not just saying the same things over and over. So I really like that because it's gratitude in a different way than I've ever done it. It's not just one sentence, one snippet. It's being very thoughtful about it. Then 3 things that would make today great, and then 3 affirmations. So it's 3, 3, and 3. And I've been doing this first thing in the morning. And that's basically how I've been using my Planner Perfect books. Now, every once in a while, I will come in here and do a list. Every once in a while, I will come in here and script for my next day when I really want to think through things and be really intentional. But for the most part, I've been using my books for that 3, 3, and 3. The 3 gratitudes, 3 things that would make today great, and 3 affirmations. These are the new color change markers from ERIN CONDREN that are in my back to school ERIN CONDREN video. They are pretty cool. And I've really been enjoying that as a way to start my day. Just get up and that is the first thing that I'm doing. But I have used these books for all different things and find that they add so much joy to my life. Really, I get excited every month when my book comes. But if I love the A5 books, I will definitely be investing in getting at least one A5 leather of hers. This is the Poppy, which they're phasing out. I have a whole leathers video of hers up, comparing all the leather colors that I have. I also have a Planner 101 video if you just need to learn about what's available with her stuff and what it's all about. And then I have a whole Planner Perfect playlist if you want to see all my setups since I started doing the setups on YouTube. I will link all that down in the description if you're interested in Planner Perfect. I have a 20% off Planner Perfect code. It is Amanda20. All right, guys, that wraps us up. That really is all my planning and journaling. Thanks for being here, guys. I really do appreciate you spending time with me. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.